Yo, we should be all good here now. I think I got everything up and running. Yo, how's it going, sir? Good to see you, man. Just hopping on here to talk about the game a little bit after that absolute disaster from Connor Brogdon. Just sorry, I couldn't get the microphone to work on the other stream thing, so I had to switch it up a little bit. Oh man, that was not ideal. Definitely. I mean, that's really couldn't have gone worse for the Phils because I mean they just ran out of arms tonight, unfortunately. And I mean it's tough because you spoil a fantastic start from Christopher Sanchez, and that's just absolutely brutal. I mean the lineup definitely didn't hit against pitching that they definitely should have hit. I mean obviously Abbott's not bad, but he's definitely not an ace by any means, and you need the big right-handers to show up against guys like that, and it just didn't happen for them tonight. And I mean, I still have no idea what Castellanos is doing, honestly, and he's just absolutely lost, if you ask me. But that's kind of a conversation for another day, if you ask me. But I mean, it can be pretty brutal to watch him sometimes, for sure. I might be able to might be able to get the chat up here real quick. Hold on. I should have gone out there for the 10th. Yeah, definitely. I think I could have done better, honestly. I mean, all you got to do is throw strikes, man. It's not that hard, really. I mean, you're a big league pitcher. You should be better than that for sure. And it's definitely unfortunate because Brogdon was once a huge part of the bullpen, and it's definitely annoying to see his downfall. But I mean, here whenever I'm Kirkering, my top pitch speed, I mean, probably like 75, but you know, it's gonna be in the zone. But when Kirkering comes back, I think Brogdon's obviously the guy out because he's just simply not a major league pitcher right now, and it's unfortunate, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Guess they're just gonna have to struggle through until he's back. Calling it scoreless, I appreciate that. Yeah, Hunter was actually at the game tonight. Kind of fun, but unfortunately for him, he's got to go through all the traffic now, especially with the Flyers game just ending. So that's not very fun. But hey, we're here now, and yeah, I mean at this point, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Would I have left Sanchez in for the sixth? You mean? I don't know. It's he went was he had two outs in the fifth, right? And they pulled him. Let me go back and look. Sixth, yeah. I mean, it's tough because he was absolutely rolling, but I don't think I would have left him in because he kind of left, like, he was leaving pitches over the plate, and that was not what he was doing the entire game. And it's just, I don't know, it's a tough call because hindsight, I mean, all the relievers pitched good, honestly, like all the actual relievers, the good relievers. And I don't think pulling Sanchez was like the big problem there. I just think honestly the lineup just didn't do anything tonight because you didn't score anything after I believe the second inning, and that's just, you got to be better than that, and they weren't, unfortunately. How do you think Spence is going to do tomorrow? I mean, I think he's going to do fine. He's shown very good stuff in the spring here, so it's definitely kind of curious. Like, it's a curious case, so I guess we're going to see. But I think he's going to be fine, honestly. I mean, the Reds lineup is a lot of righties, and he is a righty, so that kind of matches up well for him. But yeah, I don't expect him to like go out there and throw a six scoreless or anything like that because he's going to be on a major pitch count compared to a lot of the other guys. So Christopher had a good game, but yeah, the bullpen blows. Yeah, I mean the bullpen, it's not it wasn't the bullpen's fault tonight. It was Connor Brogdon's fault, honestly. Everybody else was very, very good, actually. I mean, Jeff Hoffman let up those 2 runs, but it's tough when you come into a game and it's second and third, nobody out. So, I mean, it's hard to put that on Hoffman, and I don't think you can. But he went out there and he got 3 outs quick right after that. So it's tough, but it's tough. It's a tough spot. So you can't be mad at Hoffman. This is why we need to sign some pen guys in free agency. Brogdon and Dominguez have been putrid. Yeah, Dominguez, I mean, he's at least been around the strike zone. He hasn't been like walking the house like Brogdon has, but yeah, they're definitely missing Kerkering right now for sure. Kerkering needs to come back like yesterday. That was a total disgrace by Brogdon. Yeah, I totally agree. Stroh's got a no-no? Wow, that's crazy. I saw they had one going, but yeah, they were 0-4, so they needed that. It's on Connor. Yeah, it's absolutely on Connor Brogdon tonight, no doubt about it. I mean, he was terrible, as he's been since 2022. I mean, last year he was pretty much unpitchable. He started the year on the Major League roster, I believe, last year, but he ended up getting sent down pretty quick. Team is so boring. Yeah, I mean, it's not boring, but it's just it's been a rough start for them, and I mean, they'll bounce back. I mean, I'm not worried about them at all. It's just couple of specific pitchers that are pretty much costing them games at this point, because most of the starting pitching has been totally fine other than Nola. So I mean, there's that at least. I smell many bullpen moves at the deadline. Emmanuel Clase, yeah, that'd be great. I mean, Clase is a great pitcher, but he's going to cost you an absolute arm and a leg, and I don't really know if the Phillies are going to be giving something up like that, but hey, I'd be all for it if they did, to be honest. Bring up Lehman or Allard. Anyone from Lehigh right now? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, anybody can be better than Brogdon at this point, so anything goes. When does Bryce get his first hit of the season? I would honestly, the way he's going right now, I mean, he's missing everything. I mean, he's getting pitches right down the middle. I mean, hanging breaking balls, fastballs, whatever it may be, and he's just missing them flat out. And it's kind of discouraging to see, honestly, because I mean, he started slow the last couple of years. Like last year when he came back from his injury, he was slow, and he didn't have any power for a couple months. But that was mostly because of the surgery. Yeah, I think give Bryce a little bit. I mean, whether it's tomorrow he gets his first hit, I don't think it's the hits that matter. I think it's just hitting the pitches that he needs to be hitting and what he normally hits whenever he's going well. So, yeah, I think it's gonna take Bryce a little bit of time, but I'm not worried about him long term at all. Pitching is bad, but man, these bats stink. Yeah, the bats have been pretty bad. I mean, yesterday they were fine, but it's been a bad start for them for sure. I think it's just tough when you have Castellanos hit in the middle of the order and he's just a total liability. I mean, he gives you nothing. But Castellanos will have those days where or those stretches where he is basically the entire offense himself. So, I mean, you take the good with the bad, I guess, at this point, because he's obviously going to be stuck here, and you're not going to be without him. He's going to be here for the long term, no doubt about it, because that contract is so bad, you're not going to be able to get rid of it. Yo, what's up, Hunter? How's it going, man? How was the game? They wanted Crawford for Clase, and my philosophy is that, as of now, their prospects and haven't proved anything. Yeah, I mean, if it was 1-for-1 Crawford for Clase, I would probably do it, but I'm assuming that it's going to be more than that, and I think the Phillies value Crawford pretty highly, honestly. I mean, I don't personally. I'm not super high on him, but, I mean, I see his potential, obviously. He's a 5-tool player. He hasn't developed the power yet, and it may never develop, but he has very high potential if he does develop some power and elevate the ball a little bit more. Last year he had that high batting average, but it was a lot of bad luck, just hitting the ball, putting it in play, and people not making the plays on him. Not even worried about Bryce. He'd at least have one or two, just some bad luck so far. Yeah, he's hit a lot of balls pretty hard. I mean, not like 110 mile an hour or anything, but he's hitting the ball decently hard sometimes, and it just seems like it's going right to everybody. Unfortunately, it's just the way things are going for him right now. We have so many old guys. Actually, I don't think we do, honestly. I mean, our oldest player, I believe, is Wheeler. And he's not very old. I think he's 33. I mean, we're not like the Astros. They have a lot of older players. I mean, they're getting younger, though. They're definitely getting younger. Casty and Ty are in pretty much the same situation. Yeah, exactly, Chris. I mean, like, it's pretty much literally the same situation where their contract's so bad that you can't even trade them. Honestly, right now we need more guys like Stott. We need to put the ball in play more. Yeah, I mean, Stott is... I mean, he had a brutal at-bat there at the end of the game. I don't know what that was, but I think it was the ninth inning. Yeah, I mean, we definitely have a lot of guys that are very strikeout prone, and that makes it tough sometimes for sure. Send Rojas to the minors. I mean, I don't want to jump the gun and say do it right now, but I mean, the way it's trending, he's been a total zero at the plate, and he made that base running blunder in the night, which might have ended up hurting us. I mean, who knows? But it's pretty brutal for him right now. And I mean, they're not even playing Pache, which kind of worries me as well. I mean, it's why do you have him if you're not going to play him? I mean, like tonight, I would have started Pache probably over Merrifield if it was me. I would have had more confidence in Drew starting the runner in the 10th than I did Brogdon. Yeah, that's what I think Chris was saying that earlier, or somebody like that. Yeah, Chris said that earlier. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, Brogdon is just... There's no way he should be on the roster here anytime in the next few days. He should be gone for sure. Giving Rojas a couple more opportunities. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely give him a couple weeks at least. But, I mean, it's been brutal so far. He had that one walk, but I think that's literally it as far as his on-base goes this year. I'll bet money that Brogdon is in the organization by August, and that is saying something. I mean, honestly, at this point, if you DFA him, he's going to pass through waivers, if you ask me, because he's just been so terrible, and he's going to manifest in AAA until he either figures something out or he ends up electing free agency in a couple years. Rojas is very stinky right now. Yeah, I agree. Trade Casty, he swings at everything, and he's not good. Also, Brogdon needs to go. Yeah, I mean, Castellanos has been terrible so far. I mean, that's no secret. He looks like he's up there just guessing. I mean, he doesn't even know where the ball is going. I mean, yeah, it's like he doesn't even care what's coming. He doesn't even think about it. I'm swinging this pitch no matter what, and he swung at a ball tonight that basically bounced in the left-handed batter's box, so that just kind of tells you where he's at right now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have too many more thoughts on the game tonight because it mostly just came down to the lineup and Connor Brogdon. I mean, the lineup just didn't hit all at one time tonight. It seemed like a couple guys would get hits here, a couple of hits there, and after, I believe, the second, they didn't have a hit till the sixth, so that's not very good. Send Rojas down and give Jordan Luplow a shot. Saw him at Lehigh this past Saturday and looked really good at the plate. Yeah, I mean, Luplow is a seasoned veteran at this point, so you're going to expect him to look good against AAA pitching. And, I mean, yeah, if Rojas does go down, I don't really know what they're going to do for that last roster spot. I think it could be Cody Clemens. It could be a couple guys because they're going to have Rojas and Marsh to play center field and probably Merrifield and left. Giants DFA Joey Bart. I have a feeling we can pick him up and fix him. He's a catcher and still young and has time. Yeah, I mean, Joey Bart came to the major leagues and he was just absolutely abysmal, and it seems like the Giants just kind of gave up on him. I mean, he's going to get claimed before we get a chance to claim him, so yeah, I mean, if they got him, I wouldn't be opposed to it because he was once a very highly touted prospect. So we need to get Juan Soto. He's better than Casty. Yeah, it'd be ideal if we got Juan Soto next offseason. But, man, the way he's starting this season, he's going to get himself quite a bag for sure. Then he'll watch the fastball middle. Yeah, Castellanos, I don't know what he's looking for at this point. He's swinging at breaking balls out of the zone and then watching fastballs go straight by him. So what do you do? I mean, he's been terrible. No really other way to sugarcoat it. But that was what was Thompson thinking outing? Brogdon would have been Soto. Soto, I believe, was unavailable tonight because he pitched the last couple of nights, I think. The same goes for Sir Anthony. I mean, obviously, Rob does not have confidence in Brogdon right now. I mean, I don't think anybody does, but when you run out of pitching, you run out of pitching. It's just unfortunate. Fire Rob Thompson. I mean, that's a little crazy. But, I mean, everybody's allowed to have their own opinions. I don't think tonight was anything of Rob's fault, though, honestly. I think it's just you ran out of pitching and you had to use Brogdon because he's your only non-multi-inning reliever. I mean, Nick Nelson came out and got a couple quick outs, so, I mean, maybe he would have been a better option, but never know until it actually happens. Slider away, yeah. Don't scare Nick Castellanos like that. You can't say that. Clemens and Luplo would be the ones. Everyone else on Lehigh Valley, unfortunately, is stuck there barring injuries. Yeah, I mean, the path to the major leagues for the Phillies right now is tough because they have, 24, 23 of the roster spots pretty much locked in with bona fide major leaguers. Johan Camargo would have had a better at-bat than Castellanos. Johan Camargo, Phillies legend. At least Bohm has looked great, same with Stoddard. Kyle Schwarber and Turner just need to piece together. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I mean, Bohm, he's pretty much hitting the ball hard, pretty consistently, putting the ball in play like he does. I mean, he's not striking out a ton. That's great to see out of him. Schwarber, I mean, had 2 singles up the middle today. I mean, known contact hitter, Kyle Schwarber. Who would have known? Turner, he's been pretty bad as well. Stott, he's had some good at-bats, but he's also had a few bad ones. But more often than not, Stott gives you a pretty good at-bat. I think he's pretty consistent. He gives pretty much know what you're getting out of him. Bryce Harper, no hits. Yeah, it's been a tough go for Bryce so far. He's hit a couple balls right on the nose, but they literally go right at people somehow. It's just baseball for you. I mean, he'll go on stretches where he, instead of going 0 for whatever he is, 0 for 9, he would go, 9 for 9. It's just baseball for you. It all evens out in the end whenever. I mean, guys like Bryce, the back of the baseball card doesn't lie. I mean, he's gonna reach those stats at some point here. These slow starts kill me. It's so painful. We can win the East if these. Yeah, I mean, if we would start a little hotter, we play pretty much the same brand of baseball the Braves do the rest of the season after like June starts. So if we could even be within striking distance of them coming into the back half of the season, we're right there. I mean, we play just as good as them. But you shouldn't. It's tough to start slow every single year like they do because then you build yourself a big hole. I mean, the Braves are already 2 games ahead of us, so that's brutal. I still have faith. It is early, but this is not fun. DFA Brogdon ASAP. Yeah, DFA Brogdon ASAP. I'm on the train officially. Perhaps waiting on Kerkering. Yeah, they're definitely just waiting on Kerkering. I mean, they don't really have another arm, I don't think, that's going to be directly ready. I mean, McGarry's a arm that's in the AAA bullpen, but he's only pitched in relief a handful of times. So, and meanwhile, out in Milwaukee, Reese is already a folk hero. Yeah, I mean, Reese is just a legend wherever he goes. That he's the best. I wish him all the best for sure. I hate how they lie to our faces about taking the start seriously. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're lying to our faces, but I think everybody just kind of gets worried because they don't show emotion whenever they're not playing well. Most of the time. I mean, Bohm is one of the ones that does, but like they're not going to come out there and be like, oh, we're all depressed, it's going to like tear us down, but they're going to say, just move on to the next one. That's just kind of the mentality you got to have as a major league player, honestly. Connor Brogdon washed. Yeah, he's been washed for quite a while at this point. Rather have Jurius Familia over Brogdon? Nah. I don't think I'd rather have any of them. I'd rather just go out there and pitch myself. What do you think by getting for the bullpen? Go get Nick Martinez would be nice to get the extra inning guy. Yeah. I mean, Nick Martinez is kind of nasty. He was last year at least. And did he leave the Padres, go Philly? I I don't even keep track of them this offseason, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have any more thoughts. I mean, I'm just sitting here chatting with you guys at this point. So, yeah, it's gonna be a short stream tonight. I'll probably stay on for a few more minutes here and answer some of you guys' questions. But he's on the Reds. Oh, I didn't even know that. Was he on the Reds last year? That's crazy. I didn't even see that. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate all you guys tuning in tonight. This is kind of like an impromptu stream. I don't usually do them without Hunter, or I haven't. But it's good to see all these comments and everybody chatting. Do I think Turnbull will be good tomorrow? Yeah, I think he will be. He's going to be pretty limited on his pitches, honestly. From what I think it's going to be roughly 4 innings for him tomorrow, maybe 5 if he is very efficient. But I don't expect him to go deep into the game, which is kind of worrisome because we just use pretty much our whole bullpen tonight. And Jose is going to be unavailable tomorrow because he pitched back-to-back days. Same goes for Hoffman, and hopefully same goes for Brogdon if he's still here. For goodness sakes, jeez. Yeah, I think Nick Nelson will probably be available tomorrow. He only pitched a few pitches tonight, so that'll give you some innings tomorrow if you need them. I think we trade Casty and Schwarber for Caitlin Clark. Yeah, she puts up some points, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, we definitely get some more points if we had Caitlin Clark. Maybe we take 2 or 3 now. It's possible. Anything's possible. Anything is possible in baseball. Never count anything out. I mean, who would have thought the Diamondbacks would have went to the World Series last year? I mean, they got there and they were extremely overmatched, but, you know. Yeah, Strom's going to be unavailable tomorrow as well, Matthew. Yeah, that's probably correct because I think he pitched back-to-back days now. Reds are pesky. Yeah, they are definitely getting better, and it's good to see, though. I like the Reds. Definitely respect them. The Fish and the Mets are both winless, not far ahead, but at least I can take a solace in that. Yeah, I mean, man, the Mets are bad, especially for how big their payroll is. They're kind of a disaster. Strom as well. Yeah, I already said that. I do like the kid Sanchez. I see the development. Man, he was nasty today. He was so good. He kind of ran out of gas there at the end. I think he got a little high in the pitch count, and they went out and got him pretty quick though. And then Hoffman came in and let up the 2 runs, but he was actually pretty good. Strom should be a starter. Yeah, unfortunately, Strom's never really been a starter, so you're going to burn him out quick if you let him eat up a bunch of innings, because last year, I believe, was the most innings he's pitched since, 2018 or something like that. I don't know off the top of my head exactly, but Strom would reach his innings limit very, very fast if he became a starter, which was what happened last year. But, yeah, I mean, I think that pretty much wraps it up for this short little post-game stream. Unfortunately, Hunter wasn't able to be here tonight, but I'm sure you guys can catch him in the Discord talking about the game tonight. And, yeah, if you guys aren't already on the Discord, make sure you join that. We really appreciate all you guys' support lately, and the channel just keeps growing. So, I mean, just keep it up, guys. We appreciate it.